Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only. Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Okay, I got something for you today. I'm going to have a conversation this morning about my understanding of grace. Now that I've gotten older and I've come into a better understanding of a lot of things I didn't know about when I was younger, this is just my interpretation of grace. Now, once again, y'all, listen to me. I ain't nobody's pastor. I ain't nobody's minister. So, I'm pretty sure you can go to church and get a far more extensive definition of one I'm giving you. I'm just talking to people. Grace is this thing that God provides for us. And grace is just things that you get that's really undeserving. I look at my life as it is today. Look, I work hard and I have faith in God. That I do. So things are going to happen in my life. But the way my life is now, I don't deserve all of this. I don't look at it that way. I have been the beneficiary of God's grace. I have aligned myself in a position to accept whatever grace God has for me. And it will be far abundant and exceedingly in anything you could think of. His grace supersedes anything you could possibly imagine. The goals that I set and the aspirations that I shoot for and the things that I have on my dream board, I have the faith that God will give it to me. But what he does with grace, he gives you far more than that. He gives you what he has for you, not what you can see. You can't see all he has for you. It's impossible. Who are you? How can you possibly imagine what he can imagine? How can you possibly think how he can think? How can you possibly do what he can do? How can it be? There isn't a single mind living or a collection of minds that could have thought of earth. What in your wildest imagination could have made you think of earth, the stars, the heavens, the oceans, the galaxy, the constellations? What in your mind? What in any man's mind? We can point at it and analyze it, but we sure couldn't have thought of it. So come on now. I'm talking about lining yourself up with God's grace, which he will give to you if you want some of it now. But now here's the thing about grace. It can't be bought. If it could be bought, I'm telling you, I would pour all the money I have and dump it into grace. Because after discovering what it is, it's this goodness that God shines on you simply as a reward of some type for his love for you and for you attempting to do right. Not because you get it right, because if he judged us purely on how we are, the right and wrong of it, we would all be doomed. All of us. Every last one of us would be doomed. Because we all fall short. We all make mistakes. We all sin. We all get it wrong from time to time. Nobody's perfect, man. Now I understand what my mother was singing about cleaning the house. All I want is a little more grace. All I need is a little more grace. When the last time you asked God for some grace? Now, I'm not talking to you like I know everything. If you just benefit from his grace, which you already have, but if you're not aware of it, you don't know what's going on. Become aware of grace. Get aware of the fact that God does things for you simply because he loves you. He does things for you that you don't even deserve. Somehow you just wonder how you just got over, when you didn't even do the things to get over. Sometimes you don't even know how you got that job you got, when you ain't even really do the things to get your job. How you end up where you are? All the education you thought you went and got and had. How you end up where you are today, in a much better position than your education could have ever gotten you. That's grace. How I get every place I am today. I didn't plan this, man. If I could have planned my life the way it is, don't you know I'd have done it when I was living in that car? If I knew how to do it. No, I benefited from his grace. I'm just a beneficiary beneficiary of his grace, of his goodness and his mercy. God's goodness is better than your goodness. God's goodness is better than your mother's goodness. It's better than your wife's or your husband or your boo's goodness. God's goodness is different. His goodness, man, covers some stuff you can't even imagine. So while you're trying to put your life together, when the last time you asked him for just a little bit of grace? When have you thought of your life in terms of the grace that it has already benefited from? Have you ever done that? Man, just thought about, you hear songs like My Soul Look Back and Wonder How I Got Over. That was grace. That's all I can call it. Now, like I said, you can go to church or somewhere if you want to, and ministers that went to school to teach this thing way better than me. I'm just giving you from a layman's standpoint, man. Have you thought about his grace? Would you not be well to be a beneficiary of his grace? Would it not? Now, check this out. The better you try to do, the more grace he'll give to you. And that grace can't be bought. Like I said, it's free. You can't purchase grace. But the better you try to become, the more grace he gets to put your way. So, man, just try. Why don't you just try to do better? Look, man, quit talking about, I'm going to start next week. I'm going to start at the new year. No, you're not. You do that every year. You know, at the new year, I'm going to eat better. At the new year, I'm going to go on, get in here. In the new year, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it now, man. You're going to do it now. Stop trying. Do it. Stop talking about it. Do it now. The best way to benefit from his grace is start in action now. N-O-W. Now. Right now. Today. What you waiting on? All you doing is delaying his opportunity to bless you. You know, man, do you know how many times we do that? We delay his opportunity to bless us by not starting now. If you're going to get healthy, why don't you start now? Now, you're going to trip a little bit because the holiday's coming, but you ain't got to eat bad all the time. You could start eating correct today. You could. And then guess what? There could be some grace on the end of that. I'm just giving you a little cheap analogy. But do you feel what I'm saying to you? Start thinking in terms of grace. What he has done for you and provided for you that you ain't even see coming. That, you keep calling them blessings, and I got that. A lot of it, and that's all it is. But, man, have you thought about the stuff that didn't happen to you you can't account for? For me, that's been grace, and I'm a beneficiary of it. And that's available to everybody that wants some. So next time you're talking to him, just check in with grace. See what that is. That's better than money.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
How Rude, Tanneritos, is the Full House Rewatch podcast you've been waiting for. Each week, get together with iconic characters Stephanie Tanner and Kimmy Gibbler, also known as actresses Jodie Sweetin and Andrea Barber, as they team up to relive every episode of your favorite Friday night comfort show.
We spent our entire childhoods on a little show called Full House, playing frenemies, but becoming besties whenever the cameras weren't rolling. And now, 35 years later, it's our biggest adventure yet.
Get ready for Jodie and Andrea to tell all as they take an in-depth look back at life in and around the Tanner home from the very beginning. So if you think you know everything there is to know about Full House, how rude.
We'll be reliving every moment with you, and we'll be joined by our Full House family, including all your favorites from 192 episodes. We'll reveal the hidden treasures you may have missed within the show, and we'll take a trip down memory lane together.
Listen to How Rude Tanneritos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Apple bottom make you want to bite?
That's the way you started off.
I'm about to go ahead, get on another flight.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make that announcement that Roscoe Wallace wrote that song. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, he wrote it a long time ago, though.
Okay.
Yeah, he wrote it a long time ago when Apple Bottom Jeans was out.
Oh, okay. With Nelly and them.
Well, no, he wrote it for that little white girl that did the song. What? Remember that? The little kids used to get in a group and jump. My kids was real young when that was out. I don't remember that at all.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If you're here.
Get low, get low, get low.
Yeah.
Come on, Shirley, Carly, y'all got teenage daughters.
No, her daughter's grown. I got 15.
Well, no. Y'all had them. That's when they was out. Yeah.
Oh, mine is just 15. So was she born?
Come on, y'all know the little white kids used to do it. All your kids go to school, white kids. Don't act like y'all was all Martin Luther King Junior High.
My apple bottom was getting low.
I was the only one on this show. Man, let me tell you something. I'm the only one on this show. I went to school during segregation. There was no integration.
Yeah.
Everybody at all my schools was black. I went to college. I was so surprised. I didn't know what was going on. Where these white people come from?
Yeah, you switched it up. See, you went to high school, junior high with all black, and then I switched it up and went to PV all black.
Yeah, you went to PV. You went, so this was happening.
This is what's happening. Okay, yeah.
No, I went to Kent State and showed them what was happening.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get it on, y'all. Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, Mississippi Monica Jr., government name Kill Sprates, and the legend that is Nephew Tommy. This is how we started the Steve Harvey Morning. Apple bottom make you want to bite.
Again.
Hey, come on, girl. Get on that flight.
So silly.
Can't let him learn nothing. He gonna run.
Oh, he gonna wear it up.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I was doing that in front of my kids. They had their friends over, and I walked in saying it like that. Dad, that is not how it go. Well, I live here.
That's not the melody.
Anybody don't like the way it go, can go where you paying for.
Yeah.
Go catch another flight, huh?
I tell you something that happened on the vacation. You know, the kids came out on the vacation, right? When I walked in the room, they were playing, a lot of their music, and I ain't want to hear it. So I said, hey, man, can y'all at least play something in the 90s? And so my son Stevie said, oh, yeah, Dad, I could do that. But then when I got over with, they went to Marjorie and complained, Dad got to stop walking in the room and having us change the music all the time. Marjorie said, which one of y'all want to go in there and tell him?
Just let me know.
Yeah, welcome to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Come on, dog.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we'll hear from the nephew as he runs that prank back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for the nephew to run that prank back. What you got for us, Neff?
This right here is my daddy's boat. Cat dog, if you would, load that stupid up and let's bring it right on in. Here it is.
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Mr. Wilson, please.
This is he.
Mr. Wilson, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. Who's this?
My name is Williams.
Oh, how may I help you?
Well, listen, we've been getting a few complaints, sir, about some things on your property there.
All right, well, who you with?
Actually, I'm with the Homeowners Association. Wanted to reach out and give you a call today.
Oh, well, how you doing?
Pretty good. Listen, got a few things I kind of want to discuss with you here that seem to be a problem that's taking place in the neighborhood there. It's been brought to our attention down here at headquarters that you have a few things on your property that are not functioning that really shouldn't be on the property. You have 2 cars supposedly in your driveway that are not being used, been sitting there for quite some time.
Yeah, one of them I'm currently working on. I should have it repaired. I'm just waiting to get a little extra money to get it taken care of. But the other car is just functioning. I just don't drive it. I have more than one car.
Okay.
But it ain't really been there 8 months, just maybe around about 6, 7. Not 8 months, not 8 months.
And, I'm looking at our past records and stuff. It seems like there was a complaint before about the, keeping the yard cut and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm just looking at past complaints that I have here. Now, the biggest one that I have that's concerning your property, sir, is supposedly in your backyard. Now, you have an old boat that's in your backyard?
Yeah, but I don't see that boat bothering nobody.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a sore eye for the people. I think you guys' backyards actually bump up against each other, and you guys have a chain link fence between the two of you all. And I think the boat must be just a sore eye for the family that's behind you all.
Well, I don't see myself getting rid of that boat, so I got a cover on it. Everybody else got a boat. I don't see what the problem is.
Well, okay. Here's what's actually happening, Mr. Wilson. What's going to take place is this. Now, we're going to give you a 14-day extension.
14 days.
14 days actually to move the car that is not functioning, the camper as well, and definitely the boat. We're going to need those three items.
Look here, sir, I ain't got nowhere to move the boat. I just told you I was working on somewhere for storage. You know how much storage costs? Now the camper, I get that taken care of. But the boat, my daddy gave me, and my daddy gave me that. That's the only thing my daddy gave me before he died. Now I'm not moving that boat nowhere. The boat works just fine. If I take it down there to the water, it'll work.
Sir, and I understand it wholeheartedly. You know, I'm just a messenger. I'm gonna have to get the non-functioning car that's not working properly. I'm gonna have to get that out within the 2-week notice, as well as the camper and definitely the boat. Now I got to get that out. It's got to be gone.
I'll tell you what, I ain't moving thing. I'll tell you now what you gonna do?
Sir, you're going to either move the boat or I'm going to have somebody come over and haul all of these things away.
Well, I tell you what, I got 13 reasons why you won't come over and touch that boat, and I got two more. Well, two times 13, 26. I got 13, and then I got another 26 added on to that. Why you won't bring now over here to touch my daddy's boat? Because my daddy gave me that boat. I'll be damned if any of you. You know, I'm tired of you with me. It's that cross street, ain't it? Who reported me?
Sir, I'm not at liberty to give you the name who's reported.
Call my phone, so you're at liberty to give me something. Because I know that down the street had this boat in 8 months, and ain't nobody said a thing to him. So why the hell y'all me about having a boat in the backyard that my daddy gave me?
Sir, the language is not necessary. Sir, the bottom line is I want the camper out, I want the boat out, and I want the car that's not functioning moved within 2 weeks or I'm towing it out.
I tell you what, I give you a personal invitation to come over here with the boat, the camper, and the car. And I will beat your like that's what I'm gonna beat you.
Sir, wow. I'm going to allow one car to stay. I just want to make sure that you know that I've given you the statement over the phone, letting you know that what has taken place here.
The statement is well taken, but I ain't moving my daddy's boat.
You're going to move your dad's stinking boat if...
Bring your I told you. You don't bring the load, but you bring somebody.
Sir, trust me, if we come there, we're definitely going to be bringing authorities with us.
Well, I might well go to jail because I love my daddy. Ain't now one of you going to touch my daddy's boat. That's the only thing he left me.
I got one more thing I need to say to you, sir, about this situation. Excuse me?
What you got to say?
All I have to say is this. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your brother.
That boy that got, man, y'all got my blood pressure up so man, I got to pull up and take my blood pressure medicine.
All right, man. What your brother told me, he said, man, he be going Eddie with the homeowner association. He said, man, just call him and tell him he got to move all this stuff. He said, but most of all, tell him y'all gonna haul off that boat. He said, he'll kill you behind that doggone boat.
Yeah, man, that's my daddy's boat, but I love that boat, man. They know that. They know that. You know what button to push.
I got one more question for you, though, baby. Tell me this. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You got to know how to handle stupid this morning. You understand?
Mm-hmm. It's an art to it, huh?
Know how to handle.
It's an art. It's such a. It's a gift. And just to be able to have it. You know what? I didn't get to do this yesterday. Nashville, thank y'all for coming out, selling out these shows, acting a doggone fool with your boy. I just appreciate y'all letting me be stupid and just be openly stupid. And it's just a beauty to be openly stupid when people let you just be yourself. You know, you don't have to.
There you go. That's it.
You know, ain't nobody knocking my stupid. It's just openly stupid.
Can I say something to you?
Sure.
The reason we call it stupidity is because it's never hidden.
So
you don't have to worry about nobody letting you.
Out there.
It's never hidden. That's how we discover it.
Yeah, it's pretty much uncontrollable.
I think you're jealous of my stupid, though. I think you really wish you had.
Oh, wow. All right, thank you, nephew. Coming up next, it is Ask the CLO with our Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey, in the building.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, Tina Knowles responds to internet trolls. Bronny James is discharged from the hospital, and Marlon Wayans sat behind Evander Holyfield at the Spence versus Crawford fight. But we'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour. But right now, it is time to ask the CLO. This is from Tennille in Pittsburgh. Tennille writes, I'm single, no children. My sister has 4 sons, and I always give them nice gifts. My birthday was yesterday, and my sister gave me a $25 Target gift card. I spent at least $50 per child of hers for birthday and Christmas gifts. I don't want to look like a bad auntie, but do I have to keep buying them gifts?
Well, you saying you have to keep buying, you did them yourself. I think what ticked you off was the $25 Target gift card from your sister. But then hold on. Your sister got 4 kids.
Yeah.
How much, what was she supposed to give you? You know,
Great.
she probably giving at her level of give.
Yeah.
Now, you've been giving out all of these good gifts you've been giving. Do you have, no, nobody told you to give them nothing, but you giving it to them. But see, that's the danger though. When you give with the expectation of receiving back the same way you give, once that assumption is made, here comes the disappointment.
That's right. That's right.
So why don't you just give with a glad heart and be done with it? Yeah. But now once you start comparing, now you come across as the heavy. Mm-hmm. And I just think, your sister got 4 kids. She can only give you a $25 Target gift card. She got 4 kids. See, you give once a year to birthdays. She all year dumping in.
Right. That's right.
Oh, that's true.
Ain't nobody tell her to have all them damn kids.
Oh, that's what you got out of it?
That's what I got out of it. Yeah, that's what I got out of it. I'm just sorry.
Well, I'd just like to remind your stupid ass that
he got 3. What is he talking about?
I got
1
7.
short of hers.
So I'm just looking, yeah.
We counting.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you right there.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to Drea in Lawrenceville. My husband is 44 years old, and he's too childish, especially in public. I was trying on clothes recently at a store, and he was with me. He started moaning and making noises like we were having sex. I was embarrassed when a salesperson asked if we needed any help. How do I stop him from clowning? I can't wait to hear this answer.
No, that was pretty funny right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. See, the thing about jokes is the joke or the prank or the tease has to be about somebody. Mm-hmm. And the thing about a lot of jokes and teasing and stuff, the victim of it, which is oftentimes you, all the times it seems inappropriate. But to him, he having the time of his damn life.
Yep.
So now I think the only way to do that is to turn the tables. You have to come up with something that embarrasses him in public so he sees what the feeling is like. And that might curtail it next time. He say, look, baby, I appreciate if you wouldn't do that. Well, I would appreciate if you would stop doing it to me. But you keep on, so now it's on. Now, I don't know if you have enough in you to keep it going at such a high level, but I do.
Yes.
Now, like if you want some BS and you comes to me with it, I got some BS for you. I'm not Michelle Obama. Just trust me when I tell you that. That's
when
not
they
what
go
we
low,
do.
you go lower.
Yeah.
You go lower.
Yeah. Lower. Lower than that, lowest.
Gutter.
Yeah. Getch worthy.
Yeah. Bottom.
Gully. Get gully with it. Yeah. That type of thing. So I'm not the person. Go ahead, Shirley.
All right. Melly in Long Island writes that my husband spoke at his mother's funeral, and he took it upon himself to air out our dirty laundry. He said that his mama never liked me, but she thought I was the prettiest girl in town. Did he purposely word it like that to embarrass me or what?
God.
Man.
At
The body right there?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
What was that for?
Yeah.
Ooh, wee, man.
I don't even know what that was for, because you're supposed to be speaking of the attributes of the person that's deceased when you speak at the funeral, not their personal thoughts on other people in the audience.
But
as she lay.
How did he say it, Unc? How did he say it? What he said?
Mama always hated her. I married her anyway. But my mama did think she was the prettiest one, but man, pretty ain't all the time got nothing to do with it though. I should have listened to mama, cause now I'm sitting up in here in the middle of all this pretty hell I'm in. Mama, I should have paid more attention to my mama. My mama tried to tell me, he told me not to marry you, and I did it anyway. And now look at him, my mama going, you still here.
You still here.
Wow, that's...
Why take her, Lord, and leave her here?
Oh, man. But they in the audience. Take your time.
But the girl's family mortified. Jesus.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Steve, you stupid.
All right, last one, Steve. Octavia in Louisville says, my side dude's wife found out about us. My side dude... Yeah, my side...
Okay, Octavia, go ahead.
Yeah. My side dude's wife found out about us. So he abruptly stopped talking to me. After not hearing from him in a month, I gave his clothes that were at my house to Goodwill. He told me that I didn't wait long enough for the coast to clear, and I reacted in the worst way. Was I wrong for donating his clothes?
No, he quit calling. You figure it's over. It's a wrap. You ain't coming over here no more. What you need these clothes for?
Right.
Yeah. Now, I understand where Bruck coming from. You didn't got to let it die down a little bit. You reacted too fast. I got to put some space in between this. Yeah. I got to show some different behavior patterns for a minute.
How long?
Did you know how this goes?
How long? A month isn't long enough?
Well, it don't matter, because once you switch your behavior pattern, and you try to go back to what you used to do, they know now, they locked in. It's once you get that, yeah, man. If you still at the house, that was your warning shot. Just go on about your business, though.
Yeah.
You got to let Octavia go, and plus Octavia old anyway.
Very. She's 70. She got to be 70.
70?
All right, coming up.
Don't nobody do that no more.
Shout out to Octavia Spencer, Academy Award winning actress. Yes. Coming up at the top of the hour, thank you, CLO. Entertainment news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
How Rude, Tanneritos is the Full House Rewatch podcast you've been waiting for. Each week, get together with iconic characters Stephanie Tanner and Kimmy Gibbler, also known as actresses Jodie Sweetin and Andrea Barber, as they team up to relive every episode of your favorite Friday night comfort show.
We spent our entire childhoods on a little show called Full House, playing frenemies, but becoming besties whenever the cameras weren't rolling. And now, 35 years later, it's our biggest adventure yet.
Get ready for Jodie and Andrea to tell all as they take an in-depth look back at life in and around the Tanner home from the very beginning. So if you think you know everything there is to know about Full House, how rude.
We'll be reliving every moment with you, and we'll be joined by our Full House family, including all your favorites from 192 episodes. We'll reveal the hidden treasures you may have missed within the show, and we'll take a trip down memory lane together.
Listen to How Rude Tanneritos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hola, mi gente. This is Wilmer Valderrama, executive producer of the new podcast, De My Abuelita First, part of iHeartRadio's My Cultura podcast network. Each week, host Vico Ortiz and Abuelita Liliana Montenegro will play matchmaker for a group of hopeful romantics who are putting their trust in Abuelita to find them a date.
Your job right now is to get on Abuelita's really good side. Our Abuelita definitely knows best. On Date My Abuelita First, 3 single contestants will vie for a date with one lucky main dater Except to get their heart, they have to win over Abuelita Liliana first. Hi, Liliana.
Yes, we are ready for love.
Through speed dating rounds, hilarious games, and Liliana's intuition, one contestant will either be a step closer to getting that pan dulce, if you know what I mean, or a step closer to getting that chancleta. Let's see if chispas will fly or if these singles will be sent back to the dating apps. Listen to Date My Abuelita First on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Well, Tina Knowles is responding after the internet dug up her comment about soon-to-be ex-husband Richard Lawson back in 2018 when the two were on the docuseries Black Love. TMZ reported this week that Beyonce's mom filed for divorce from Lawson on Wednesday, July 26th. Citing irreconcilable differences. Then, of course, the couple's interview from the docuseries Black Love resurfaced when, during the interview, Tina said, "Is he perfect? Absolutely not. But he has a lot of qualities that I love," she said. Richard Lawson was seated next to her. He looked confused and asked, "No?" referring to her notion that he isn't perfect. Well, you know, the internet trolls had to comment. One woman posted, "She had no respect for that man from the beginning." Another person wrote, "Just because she be mama, she can be wrong too. At this point, it's her." Tina then clapped back at the trolls with a quote from Michael J. Fox that read, "I am careful not to confuse excellence with perfection. Excellence I can reach for. Perfection is God's business."
Nah.
So there you go.
Ooh, man, my hand.
And she ought to just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Because it really ain't none of y'all damn business. And y'all don't know, and ain't nobody perfect. You can sit there and look as amazed as you want to when somebody say you ain't, but your ass ain't, so.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah. All right.
Anybody say I ain't perfect, I'll be sitting there looking just as agreeable as I can. Well,
all right.
well, okay then. All right now. You got me.
Moving on to LeBron James. LeBron shared a heartwarming video of his son Bronny being back home after suffering a cardiac arrest on July 24th. Bronny was playing the piano for his two siblings in the video. Bronny is entering his freshman year at USC. It's unknown if he will play this season after suffering a cardiac arrest. LeBron and his wife Savannah will consult multiple doctors before making a decision about their son. LeBron posted a thank you message on his IG page. He said, quote, "I want to thank the countless people sending my family love and prayers. We feel you, and I'm so grateful. Everyone's doing great. We have our family together, safe and healthy, and we feel your love. We'll have more to say when we're ready, but I wanted to tell everyone how much your support has meant to all of us. Hashtag James Gang."
That's good.
Yeah, we're glad that he's recovering. Yeah,
he's
for
young.
sure.
He
He's
recovered
back at home.
fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They
18.
showed him out. Out of
18.
the restaurant, playing the piano at the house. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, your old ass had to be somewhere laying down. Real
Can't play no piano.
Your ass better not raise your hand up and put it on them keys. Mess around and leave here.
But Bronny, though.
We need a little
He
bit more
walk and
time,
get the oxygen. He walk and get the oxygen. Yeah, man. I'm telling you right now, I be somewhere so damn still.
Yes. Yeah.
They got to go in there.
Daddy.
Finally.
Hey, y'all come in here, roll me over there by the window so I can see who's coming in the driveway.
Well, Mr. Harvey, he in the room. That's a lot.
I have so many people in here working for me, man. Hey, I have a little bell. Ding, ding, ding. Hey, my nose running.
You can't wipe your nose. Ain't nothing wrong with your hands.
You can have somebody washing them. That's
hell no, I ain't lifting my arm up no more.
Boy.
Hey, somebody come put this straw in my mouth. I need another drink.
But did he whistle though?
I'll be in here still.
Boy.
Steve, what happened to you, man? I was in the hospital. What happened? Cardiac arrest. What you doing now? Resting?
Resting.
Forever.
Well, I mess around and aggravate this cardiac. Yeah.
All right.
Cardiac arrest. So now I'm going to rest before I mess around to get this cardiac back.
Finally.
You know, once black people don't know what something is, they label it. He had cardiac arrest, so what he going to do? Well, he got arrest so he don't upset that cardiac.
He's stupid.
Well, you mess around, I'm trying to tell you, man, that cardiac could kill you now.
Yes, it will.
Okay, mess around and you're playing this. Better get your ass away from that piano, Steve. Okay.
All right, finally, Steve. Why is Marlon Wayans so crazy? He was sitting behind Evander Holyfield at the Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight this Saturday night, and Marlon posted a picture of Evander's ear from every angle with the caption, "Yo, I'm at the fight. I'm sitting behind Evander Holyfield. I must say, Mike Tyson, blank this N-word's ear up."
Marlon. Go ahead, Marlon.
Of course, we all remember that Mike Tyson bit Holyfield's ear back in 1997.
Okay.
Holyfield, of course, won that fight. Tyson was disqualified. So, Steve, you're a huge boxing fan. We talked about it briefly yesterday, but any more thoughts on this Crawford versus Spence fight? We know Terrence Crawford won.
They gonna fight again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Never rematch.
It's gonna be a big sale. Spence will be better this next time.
Will it be enough, though?
But Crawford is next level, man. I've never seen him this good. I've always seen him good, but I think he's one of them dudes where he rises to the level of his opponent, and he had to be better. But this dude Crawford he's nasty, man. He's nasty. He nasty, man. Yeah.
All right.
But they might move up to 154 though to fight next time.
Coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, former President Donald Trump called President Biden out of his name. We're going to talk about that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, in trending political news, former President Donald Trump, just a few days removed from being indicted on additional felony charges for allegedly mishandling classified documents after he left the White House. Trump went on a defensive at a rally Saturday in Pennsylvania. Trump called President Biden, quote, a dumb SOB. What? A dumb SOB, end quote. Apparently Trump is mad about immigration, crime, the economy, etc. The former president went on to say, quote, we are not going to allow this horror to continue. 3 years ago, we were a great nation, and we will soon be a great nation again.
No, we weren't. No, we weren't. And you ain't got to worry about calling him names, because you keep up at this rate, your ass ain't going to have a name. You can finna be a number.
These charges.
Yeah.
I like that, Steve.
Yeah. Say that again.
Yeah, keep this up. We don't have to worry about names no more, because your ass going to be a number.
A good one.
Yeah.
How dare he? The disrespect. Wow.
So he is really trying to be the Republican candidate for the 2024 election, doing campaign rallies.
He just got new charges.
At least this time, they have somebody in the Republican Party that's in opposition. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. Before DeSantis, I'd rather see Trump in there than him, because you know exactly what you're going to get with Trump.
Yeah.
But this DeSantis, he's next level racism. You know, Trump's racism comes from the economic thing, because he's never been downtrodden or poor, so he has no relatable qualities for the downtrodden.
Dictator mentality.
But this boy here, Trump, he's never done that. So he has no compassion for the common man. But he tricks him by going down on the level, saying the things that them ignorant haters want to hear. It's just so sad that we had 70 million of those people that were willing to vote for him the last time he ran. But I don't think he's going to be the candidate. I think he'll run, but these charges keep coming. I just don't understand how the Republican Party can't put forth a better type of candidate. You just can't find a better person to represent your party. Are you all that big a cowards that you're so scared of this man and what the Trump supporters will do to your chances in the Senate and the House that you will keep propping up this immoral example of a human being? If you're going to be the Republican Party, you got to just have a better example of a person. Put Pence in there. At least he ain't got no charge. How about y'all just put somebody up who ain't got no charge?
What about Tim Scott, the black? Well, we don't have time.
Who ain't anybody voting for him?
Wanted to hear you say it. Coming up at 30.
You think the white people finna vote for this black man, boy? Come over here and sit over here Republican with me. Hey, you better come over here and get on Steve Harvey show.
Coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, we'll talk about back to school right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, today is August 1st, and now the countdown is on for back to school.
Shirley, before you do that, can I say something about this candidate that's running for the Republican office, Tim Scott?
Yeah, Tim Scott, Senator Tim Scott. Mm-hmm.
Even though I like him a little bit because he's at least articulate, but he thought since they went and propped up Herschel Walker and threw all that weight behind him that they would do the same thing for him. I just want to remind Tim Scott that was just in Georgia. They not going to prop your ass up to represent the country. If you think those racist people that support Donald Trump will listen to him and tell them to vote for you, brother, that's not how this country is set up, and that's not how this country works. Not in that party. You would be better off as a liberal candidate or a Democratic candidate, but you will not make a black person would not represent that Republican Party, not filled with DeSantis and Trump supporters. If you think that's possible, please show me that America, because that America ain't great ever been, nor will it ever be.
End quote.
Speak.
All right. Okay.
Speak on it.
I like how you turned your head and looked off after you said that.
You know, I just try to help black people out because I've been black longer than him, and maybe he don't know.
He's just doing that true.
You need some more black time.
You need some more time in. You've been over there with white folks playing golf. You thought they really liked you. You want to get your black ass over here and sit down somewhere.
Come down
more
here.
black time.
Not the FYI though, Steve. You FYI'ing him.
You know, just to make him hip so he can quit wasting his time. You finna hurt your kids down at the school and stuff. You got to get all your kids gonna have to get homeschooled.
Wow. All right. So like I was saying, I think you're quite done now. Today is August 1st and the countdown is on for back to school. So here's a question. During your back to school days, just think about those for a moment. What was the toughest thing about going back to school? Was it adjusting? Was it getting up early again, figuring out what to wear on the first day? That was my favorite part. Who's your favorite teacher and why?
Like a crush or just a
We were crushing
all of the
teachers.
above. Yeah, you had a crush.
Doing all that nephew?
Yeah.
Who you have a crush on?
Miss Johnson.
What she teach?
Why you say it like that, Miss Johnson?
PE teacher. God.
Oh, the PE teacher? Okay.
God.
So she was in shape.
That's when gym shorts was different.
You done had a dress code.
Junior?
Oh, let's figure out what to wear. Let's figure out what to wear to school that day. Yeah, on the first day. You had to figure it out. So, you know what you do? You wouldn't wear your good clothes on the first week. You just wait till next week. So you could be by yourself. 'Cause everybody that ran through their outfits. You had 5. I couldn't blow all about 5 on the first week. I'm gonna hold out a minute. Yeah.
Well, you
I'm
had
hold
strategy,
out.
Jim.
Yeah, I had a strategy to it.
I like it. I like it.
That.
Well, I couldn't wait to put mine on.
Right.
What you mean,
Mine were laid
I came out the door killing.
Your first day.
Chuck Taylor's dog.
Oh, they say, no, them was just for gym.
Okay.
They had some school shoes. Yeah, I wore them. I wore hard bottoms to school.
Did you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like dress shoes? Like dress shoes?
Yeah, penny loafer, stuff like that. I wore hard bottoms to school. We dressing up. We went to school. We didn't wear no jeans.
Typical outfit.
You never wore jeans?
To school?
Yeah, that's all we wore to school.
That's all we wore. You know what?
Y'all, I told y'all where y'all didn't go to black public school. Man, we was in there with Jerry Mills, Bly's on, Rose and Blooms. We wore clothes like that. We was up in there, boy. Oh.
I've never
baseball shirts. Oh, that's where all the pimp. Jerry Mills, Rose and Blooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are these kind of
These are clothing stores.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, it's a type of
all pimp gear. See, you got to remember now.
Excuse me.
You got to remember now, there was no hip hop clothing back then.
Right. No FUBU, none of that. All right.
Now, I wanted to dress like whatever my brothers had on. That's what the hell I wanted on. Just leave it in a little boy.
All right. Coming up next, it is the nephew's prank phone call for today. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. And the subject is, take your time, young man. We'll get into that, find out what that's all about. Because right now, it is time for the nephew and today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
Well, right now, we're going to get into the church fees, Shirley. These are the church fees. Now, you know, when I go to the church.
Back at the church.
You know, we doing some serious pranking when we get down there to the church. Heading down, asking about church fees. And later on, when we come back, I'll go around the room and see which one of you all have paid your tithes and not paid your tithes.
Amen.
All right? All right. And Carla holding her head down like I can tell she ain't paid hers. But all right. Church fees.
What you're not going to do is judge me by my tithes.
He don't have a heaven or hell to put you in, does he?
Church fees. But I can bring it out and let everybody know and let the Lord know that you are not paying your church fees. Cat Dog, if you would.
Hello? Hello, I'm trying to reach Sister Tracy.
Hey, you got her. Hey.
How you doing? This is Brother Glenn from the church.
Hey, Brother Glenn, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm real good. Did you enjoy service this morning?
Oh, I enjoyed it. Pastor, woo! Pastor brought it down.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Oh, my God. That was a word for me.
Right.
So, what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
I wanted to give you some information that the church has come up with, and we wanted to let you know what was going on before next Sunday. I didn't interrupt you, did I?
No. I actually, I may sound a little off a little bit. I'm trying to get dinner ready for my little babies, my little darlings, and your voice sounds so familiar to me. It just sounds so familiar. I'm trying to place that voice.
Okay, well, you've seen me at the church quite a few times.
I think I have. I'm just trying to place it. I can't place it right now. But what can I do for you, Glenn?
Well, nevertheless, I just wanted, here's what's going on. Now, are you aware that for the last 6 Sundays, you've been actually coming into service late? Have you realized that?
Yes, I know. I'm sorry about that, but yes, I have. I have my reasons, though.
Okay. Well, here's what's going on. The officials at the church have gotten together, and this is what they've decided on: is that anybody who is late, starting next Sunday, there will be a $15 charge for that, for coming in and disrupting service. Pastor's tired of service being disrupted by people walking in late.
That could not come at a worse time. I don't have $15 to give. No, I don't have it. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we're late. I am. We are doing our best. I have 3 kids. I have 3 young kids, 2, 7, and 9, and they are a handful. And we do the best that we can to get to church on time. And to tell you the truth, when we get there, it's during praise and worship. I mean, Pastor ain't even preaching yet. So
okay, I know Pastor's not up yet, but he's stating that people coming in, it just seems very disruptive to the service that's going on. So nevertheless, like I said, this is a warning call, to let you know that if you are late on next Sunday, then they will be charging you $15 a late charge, and actually you won't be able to even come in until you pay the $15.
I can't even get in church with look. Okay, look, I don't owe nothing. I don't owe you no explanation. But I need to tell you something. Me and my kids, for the last few Sundays that we've been late, it's because my car broke down. We are on the bus, man. Public transportation.
Okay. I mean, I understand. I sympathize with everything that you're going through.
But why are you calling? If you understand, why are you calling me about $15? If you understand what I'm going through.
Well, first of all, I didn't know what you were going. Why are you raising your voice at me? Why are you raising? Did you just raise your voice at me?
You know what? I think you're raising your voice at me. How dare you call me about this, about a fee? And I'm there at church. I got my kids there trying to raise them up in the way they should go, just like the Bible say. And you know why I got to do this and why I'm late, why we got to catch the bus. Do you understand why that is, Brother Glenn?
No, I do not.
That is because their daddies ain't and they, yeah.
So, Tracy, you got to calm down a little bit now.
Oh, Jesus, help me, Jesus. Help me, Jesus.
Okay, listen, here's the deal. All I can do is tell you this. I hope you can make it. Maybe you can catch an earlier bus, you know what I mean, and get there a little earlier. But I'm just stating the facts that as of next Sunday, if you come in late, it's $15 late fee, and that's what you'll pay in order to get in the service.
You know what? Well, maybe next Sunday I just won't be there. How about that? You know, I'm already working 6 days a week. The only day I have off is Sunday. I'm breaking my back. Do you know I work 2 jobs? I work 2 jobs, and they always trying to take money out of my check, always trying to pull me here and there, and I'm always tired. I get 2 hours of sleep, and then now the church wants to dump another $15 charging me for being at church when that's what I'm supposed to do.
But you're coming in late, though, Sister Tracy.
You know what? Late ain't bad, okay? I might be delayed, but I ain't denied, and I'm getting there the best way that I know how. We're on the bus. I have to put my kids on the school bus. And not only do I have to put them on the school bus, then I have to get on the bus to get myself to work because I don't have a car because their daddies ain't doing nothing for them. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I need to Daddy number 1, guess what? He ain't. Daddy number 2, he in jail, been there about 5 years. He ain't. And daddy number 3, he decided to go ahead and walk out. I ain't heard from that trifling in about 7 months. Now, he know we're struggling. He had the nerve to take my wallet, too. You don't even understand what I'm going through. You don't even understand that I'm trying to make a better life for me and my children.
There is one more thing, Sister Tracy, that the church wants you to know before next Sunday, that you definitely need to know.
And what one more thing does the church want me to know besides $15?
The church just wants you to know that this is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your sister Patrice got me to prank phone call you.
I am going to whoop her. I'm going to whoop her. I'm going to whoop her. You know I ain't got time for that. You know I ain't got time for that. Oh, Patrice. Uh-huh.
Yeah, girl, your sister got you. You all right?
Oh, I got something for her. How about that?
She told me, she said, my sister car broke down. She said she got these kids. She over there struggling. She trying to make it. But you got to give her a hard time. She wanted you to put a smile on your face.
Well, she did. Well, once things settled, I'm going to have to say she did.
Okay. You all right?
Wow. Now that I know y'all were joking, and now I know this is Nephew Tommy.
Hey, I got to ask you something, baby. What's the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show, baby.
And there you have it with the church fees. And those that have paid and not paid, we know who they are, because those that are upset about me bringing it up, we can tell that they are a little bit spicy about that.
Have you paid yours is the question.
Yeah, have you paid yours?
Oh, yeah, my wife pay all every week. Don't worry about mine.
Right.
Y'all ain't got to worry about me. I got a locker in heaven and everything. They waiting on me.
You know this for sure.
What? Girl, my name is at the gate. You better ask somebody.
You be next door to me in heaven. We didn't get up there. We're going to be right next door. We're going to be so far from Lord.
August the 12th, New Orleans, Louisiana. It is yours truly hosting. It is Kia Junior Boy Space, Dominique, Tony Roberts, and the legend she is, Dominique. That's in the NO, baby, on August the 12th. You heard me? Get your tickets. They on sale right now. Laying in the cut for the nephew is Greenville, South Carolina, August the 19th. Greenville, South Carolina. All right, Stupid is moving around the country. Get ready. August 25th and 26th, I'm in Washington, D.C. at the Howard Theater, the Howard Theater, August 25th, 26th. Yes, Stupid is moving around the country.
It's doing what?
Is moving around the country. It just ran through Nashville and just wrecked shop. Everybody talking about how Stupid came through there. It's like a nice hurricane. It's like a nice hurricane tornado. Yes. Okay. Yes. Stupid just twisting around. All right, nephew. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter. Subject: take your time, young man. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
How Rude, Tanneritos is the Full House Rewatch podcast you've been waiting for. Each week, get together with iconic characters Stephanie Tanner and Kimmy Gibbler, also known as actresses Jodie Sweetin and Andrea Barber, as they team up to relive every episode of your favorite Friday night comfort show.
We spent our entire childhoods on a little show called Full House, playing frenemies, but becoming besties whenever the cameras weren't rolling. And now, 35 years later, it's our biggest adventure yet.
Get ready for Jodie and Andrea to tell all as they take an in-depth look back at life in and around the Tanner home from the very beginning. So if you think you know everything there is to know about Full House, how rude.
We'll be reliving every moment with you, and we'll be joined by our Full House family, including all your favorites from 192 episodes. We'll reveal the hidden treasures you may have missed within the show, and we'll take a trip down memory lane together.
Listen to How Rude Tanneritos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hola, mi gente. This is Wilmer Valderrama, executive producer of the new podcast, De My Abuelita First, part of iHeartRadio's My Cultura podcast network. Each week, host Vico Ortiz and Abuelita Liliana Montenegro will play matchmaker for a group of hopeful romantics who are putting their trust in Abuelita to find them a date.
Your job right now is to get on Abuelita's really good side.
Our Abuelita definitely knows best. On Date My Abuelita First, 3 single contestants will vie for a date with one lucky main dater, except to get their heart, they have to win over Abuelita Liliana first. Hi, Liliana.
Yes, we are ready for love.
Through speed dating rounds, hilarious games, and Liliana's intuition, one contestant will either be a step closer to getting that pan dulce, if you know what I mean, or a step closer to getting that chancleta. Let's see if chispas will fly or if these singles will be sent back to the dating apps. Listen to Date My Abuelita First on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now.
Right now. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject: take your time, young man. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 42-year-old single woman, and I was in a 10-year relationship with my man broke up with me, and then he married someone else 6 months later. I was devastated, and I became a serial dater. Then I met a younger man and decided to settle down. He's 30, but mature for his age. The only problem that I have is that he tries to take the lead in our relationship, and I try not to flex on him, but I always have to show him who's boss. He is also inferior to me in the bedroom, and it's hard for me to coach him without him getting offended. He needs to slow down and pay attention to what he's doing. When I told him that he needs to slow down, he told me that I need to concentrate. That won't even matter because the whole ordeal doesn't last long. He got mad at me the other night because I left out of the bedroom after we had sex and I slept on the couch and finished the job myself. The next morning, he FaceTimed his dad, and I heard his dad tell him, "Take your time, young man." I was outraged that he would tell his dad about our sex life, so now we're both offended, and it's his fault because he doesn't know how to go nice and slow. How could he possibly get mad when I give him constructive criticism? I cannot waste time on another man that doesn't listen. What should I do? Everyone doesn't like constructive criticism, ma'am, and no one likes it during sex. No one. Okay, that is not the time to point out someone's mistakes or whatever. All right, I don't even understand why you're with this guy. You don't even like him. According to you, he doesn't do anything right. He doesn't do anything right. Nothing. From his ability to lead all the way down to his love making, you have a problem. You say he's mature for his age, but then you say you always have to show him who's boss. And what does that mean anyway? I mean, you say you have to coach him in the bedroom. He needs to slow down. It doesn't last long enough, and on and on. You have nothing but complaints about this young man who's 12 years younger than you. Discussing his sex life with his dad may be a little weird, but his dad did tell him to take his time, which is what you want the young man to do, right? You're mad about that. Make up your mind. What do you want? What do you want, ma'am? Steve, I don't have any advice for her. Just make up your mind.
Well, I ain't got no advice, but I'm going to tell her the reason why her life going like this. Mm-hmm. If you're 42, if you're a 42-year-old single woman, you in a 10-year relationship, your man broke up with you and then married somebody else 6 months later. Mm-hmm. I can assure you a good part of that 10-year relationship you was in, he was in something else too. That's obvious, because 6 months after y'all broke up, he was married. Mm-hmm. Now, I was devastated, and your response to being devastated was you became a serial dater. You just dating everybody because you want somebody to prove to you and show you that you are still desirable, and so you just went out with everybody. Mm-hmm. And now you met this younger man. Now you still dating so hard, you going 12 years under. I'm devastated. He's 30, and you met this younger man. Hold on one second. Baby. Too loud. And you met this younger man. You decided to settle down. He's 30, but he's mature for his age. That's what she said. Now keep that in mind, because this is important information. The only problem, and this is a big problem, that I have is he tries to take the lead in our relationship. Why would he try to do that? And I try not to flex on him, but I always got to show him who's the boss. So now you dating this little dude that you say is so mature, but you don't want him leading, and you got to flex on him to show him who boss. Well, that's interesting. So now exactly how mature is he again? Because you said he's very mature, but you got to flex on him, show him who boss. Maybe you don't need to be in a relationship. That could be it. I don't know where you're going with this, but I'm thinking that's more like it. Then, here go the other problem. He is also inferior to me in the bedroom. Now, that's you 42. The boy 30. What? You got 12 years on him. Now, you don't want nobody telling you nothing, so you flex on him to show him who boss. But now, let's talk about this. You have way more experience than him. When we come back, you might discover that you just weigh too much. You ever thought about that?
Boss
Maybe
lady.
you just weigh too much. You know. All right.
All right, hang on, Steve. We'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject. Take your time, young man, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject is, take your time, young man.
42-year-old lady was in a 10-year relationship with a man. They broke up. 6 months after they broke up, this man married somebody. She was devastated. She became a serial dater, meaning she wants to go out and prove that she's still desirable. She's dating a whole lot of men. Finally, she met this younger man who's 30, 12 years younger than her. Decided to settle down. He's 30, but he's mature for his age. The only problem is, she say, he tried to take the lead in the relationship, and she tried not to flex on him, but she always got to show him who the boss. Well, now, you done dated this boy, and now you want him to be beholden to you and under you. But you just said he was mature a minute ago. So when he tried to take the lead, you got to flex on him and show him who the boss is. All right, cool. So you know what this is already. I don't know why you're trying to turn this into something that it ain't, but good luck. Let's go. Now, here's the other problem. He is inferior to me in the bedroom. Well, you're 42. He 30. You've obviously been using your 42 years to the best of your ability, and then some. You've also been using your 42 years to experience, experiment, explore, and indulge into things that this boy ain't seen yet. So he in school right now. Every time y'all go to bed, it's class time. All right, kids, get your pencils. Let's get your notes out. It's time to go on in here and see what you learned from yesterday.
Right. What is that?
And it's hard for me to coach him without him getting offended.
Well,
I'm going to tell you right now, you probably wait till the coach. You need to wait till the coaching when it ain't in the middle of it. You got to, hey, listen, tomorrow when we do this, well, I really like when you do this. If you could do more of that. You might have to go at him like this. Well, you're going at it wrong. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. What is that? Okay, so what you think that's doing?
All right.
Don't nobody want, boy, come on now.
Don't nobody want.
Stop all that hard breathing. You ain't got to do that. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. And so, he don't like that. When I told him that he needs to slow down, he told me I need to concentrate. You're going too fast. You're just going too fast and it's over with. He told you need to concentrate. Your old ass needs to put some focus on. Because it's taking you too damn long. That don't even matter because the whole ordeal don't even last that long. Well, you just said he was mature. He 30. The other night, because I left out the bedroom after we had sex and I slept on the couch and finished the job myself. The next morning, he FaceTimed his dad and I heard his dad tell him, "Take your time, young man." Now, that's all you heard. See, you just heard that. Take your time, young man. I was outraged that he would tell his dad about our sex life. Maybe he was just talking about how the situation was going. And he was just saying, young man, you meet a woman like this, just take your time. Get to know her better. You never know. But you assuming they talking about sex because you're in charge of stuff. So now we're both offended. And it's his fault because he don't know how to go nice and slow. Well, that's what he doing at 30. He ain't learned to take his time yet. But you have. You know why? Because you everything. You all of that. You got all this know-how and experience. Let me get to the end of this letter. How can he possibly get mad when I give him constructive criticism? Because don't nobody like the way you're telling it. I cannot waste time on another man that doesn't listen. What should I do? Well, boss lady.
Yes.
Big boss, big by yourself boss. The big BB, you by yourself, boss. You so busy bossing, you don't want another man that don't listen. Seem to me like you don't know nothing. Because everything you telling everybody about is how to coach you, how to do better things to make you feel good. See, you need somebody to make you feel a certain way, and you don't even know how to make yourself feel a certain way. You're looking for happiness in all the wrong places. Now, you can find some 30-year-old boy to replace your 42-year-old man who, look, that's why you by yourself, because you too much. You're bossy, you think you know everything, you don't want nobody telling you nothing. That's why your other man left you and got married to the other woman. Did you ever cross your mind like that? Well, it did mine, and I'm glad you wrote. So now, let's get this out the way right here.
What?
You too much. You bag down all this experience you keep bringing in the bedroom and everybody don't know all that. Everybody in here with all this crazy mess you want to hear. Bring where the candle wax at. Come on, I don't do candle wax.
What?
You asking me for?
Not about you.
No, I don't want no candle wax. I don't want to be in here now. I don't know how to do that.
But what is she telling them, though?
Hey. Stop. What you doing? I can't hold my breath that long.
Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve
got
Harvey
to take a
FM
breath, lady.
on Instagram and Facebook. And check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on the free iHeartRadio app. You can download that today. Coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, it's Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, it is time now for Junior and Sports Talk. What you got, Junior?
All right, well, camp is fully underway in the NFL, man. Let me tell you something, but the controversy all offseason has been the price that running backs are being paid for teams, man. This has been a very big argument. They're saying they're undervalued, which they probably are, but there's only 2 running backs in the NFL that make $15 million a year. That is Alvin Kamara from the New Orleans Saints and Christian McCaffrey. Them the only ones. Now, a new controversy has started because now Jonathan Taylor from the Indianapolis Colts, he wants to be traded because him and Jim Irsay, the owner of the Colts, have gotten into it over his injury. Now, they said he came to camp with a back injury before he started camp. He said, I never had back injury. I heard it in camp, and now I want to be on the NFL injury reserve list. That's what I want to do now. I don't even want to play for y'all. So now it's just the fact that these running backs have problems. Now you have Dalvin Cook, who has not signed, but he did go visit the Jets. That's one running back. He used to play for the Minnesota Vikings. Now he's a free agent. Zeke Elliott, ain't nobody even said nothing to him. I don't even know if anybody wants Zeke, former Cowboys running back. I just understand there's so many running backs out here. Josh Jacobs hadn't even shown up to camp for the Las Vegas Raiders. So there are a lot of problems with this running back. And do you feel running backs have been underpaid?
Yeah. They've definitely been underpaid. They're undervalued. And the way the offenses are going now, the owners have gotten together and decided to curtail the pay of running backs, especially looking at the life expectancy of a running back. But that running back touches the ball the more times in the game other than the quarterback.
What is the life expectancy?
3.5, 4 years.
Yeah, 3-4 years.
Right. Long. Once you 28, they ain't looking at you much longer because you're taking the most punishment. Because you got what everybody want and they hand it to you.
That's true. That's true. Everybody want the ball. You just turn around and you get it.
And them other 11 people on the other side of the line, they got an attitude about that ball.
Yeah. You know what, Uncle? The crazy part about it is the way they do running backs. They'll throw you away because they don't want to give you a second deal. So they franchise tag you. They can franchise tag you, Tommy, for 2 years. Okay, now the problem with that is you won't get a second deal because now they're going to go back and draft a younger you. They're going to go find somebody else and keep doing it. So I don't even know what the solution is, but man, running backs are devalued right now in the NFL. And there's some good players.
The NFL Players Association is going to have to get together. And they're going to have to look at the total money that's paid out to the team and the players. Offensive tackles make more money than running backs. Yes, wide receivers make more money than running backs. But nobody touches the ball more than the running back except the quarterback. If you get 15 touches a game, there ain't nobody catching no damn 15 passes.
So we're going to see what happens, man. We're going to find out what happens. There you go, Shirley.
All right, Junior. Thank you. Coming up at the top of the hour, Steve, someone needs your help. My neighbor's dog met my dog. We'll talk about that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hola, mi gente. This is Wilmer Valderrama, executive producer of the new podcast, De My Abuelita First, part of iHeartRadio's My Cultura podcast network. Each week, host Vico Ortiz and Abuelita Liliana Montenegro will play matchmaker for a group of hopeful romantics who are putting their trust in Abuelita to find them a date.
Your job right now is to get on Abuelita's really good side.
Our Abuelita definitely knows best. On Date My Abuelita First, 3 single contestants will vie for a date with 1 lucky main dater, except to get their heart, they have to win over Abuelita Liliana first. Hi, Liliana.
Yes, we are ready for love.
Through speed dating rounds, hilarious games, and Liliana's intuition, 1 contestant will either be a step closer to getting that pan dulce, if you know what I mean, or a step closer to getting that chancleta. Let's see if chispas will fly or if these singles will be sent back to the dating apps. Listen to Date My Abuelita First on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcasts.
How Rude, Tanneritos is the Full House Rewatch podcast you've been waiting for. Each week, get together with iconic characters Stephanie Tanner and Kimmy Gibbler. also known as actresses Jodie Sweetin and Andrea Barber, as they team up to relive every episode of your favorite Friday night comfort show.
We spent our entire childhoods on a little show called Full House, playing frenemies, but becoming besties whenever the cameras weren't rolling. And now, 35 years later, it's our biggest adventure yet.
Get ready for Jodie and Andrea to tell all as they take an in-depth look back at life in and around the Tanner home from the very, very beginning. So if you think you know everything there is to know about Full House, how rude.
We'll be reliving every moment with you, and we'll be joined by our Full House family, including all your favorites from 192 episodes. We'll reveal the hidden treasures you may have missed within the show, and we'll take a trip down memory lane together.
Listen to How Rude Tanneritos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Steve, this is from Manny on Steve Harvey FM. Manny writes, I need to know how many legal problems I might have after what happened over the weekend. The house next door was recently sold and the new neighbors finally showed themselves along with their tiny toy poodle dog. Unfortunately, the dog wandered into my property and my pound hounds were out. We have an invisible fence, but the poodle was too far into the property and my dog snatched up theirs in his mouth. Fortunately, I was able to get there in time to put a stop to it, but the poor poodle was shaken up along with the new neighbors and their kids. My dogs aren't good around other dogs, rabbits, moles, or squirrels, but there's never been an issue around people. They're actually quite gentle. Still is not a good first impression with the new neighbors, and I can't help but think there could be trouble ahead. So, Judge Steve, do you have any thoughts on what I should prepare for? You know, worst case scenario?
Well, that little invisible fence you got, that invisible fence, that's good for your dogs, but they poodle don't have that. So now he done walked his little cute little French ass over there. And them pound hounds. Oh, your punk ass over here in the yard. Now you just said now, your dog don't like birds, chickens, gophers, squirrels, weasels. Your dogs don't like no other animals because they territorial. Now, you done snatched the little poodle and got his ass shook up. Now, what you ain't got to worry about no more is the poodle coming back over there. That ain't gonna happen.
That's clear, huh?
Imagine.
Little Frenchie, he got the message. You ain't got to worry about that. But now, see, now you got to understand how they feel about dogs now.
Yep.
So they love most people. A lot of animal lovers love animals more than they love people. So you're going to pay vet bills and stuff like that if your dog injures their dog, because they like people. They think them dogs should have the freedom to come and go where they want to go. But if I was you, bro, I would invest in a fence, because you already know your dogs don't play that. And then you need to go tell your kid, tell your neighbor, get your dog on a leash or get your dog in a space, because my dogs live here. If your dog come over here in this space, my dog's gonna handle his ass. And I might not be able to get there next time. But you gonna have to invest in a fence if you can't watch your dogs. You are responsible for whatever your dog does.
Okay.
Take your dog to the dog park and it bite another dog, shouldn't have had your dog ass down there. You know he ignorant. Know your dog is ignorant.
That's it.
You know he don't play well with others.
Not at all.
That poodle needs some help, though. That poodle shook. He don't even play fetch no more. Throw something out there and watch that poodle don't go get it. No.
The poodle is upstairs in the upstairs window looking out. He down there. He done called a couple. He running through his head, man, he had me in his whole mouth. His whole ass was in his mouth. I don't know who the black dude was that came out and got him, but if he hadn't got him, no dog, I kind of felt my ass coming apart.
I was a goner.
Yeah.
Seemed to me like they need to put these two dogs to sleep. I'm just saying, if you ask me, anybody ask me, man. But I don't know if I'm going back down now, man. I don't really know if I'm going back down there. I think I'm going to stay upstairs. Because look at him. Look at him over there just running that squirrel. Look at him. Man. I don't even know why we moved over here. We was in a nice white neighborhood. Now we over here. And what the hell is a pound hound anyway? What the hell?
You tell him French.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Oh, French.
That was, yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Hopefully the dogs will be okay. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, you have some really good news about your daily green powder drink. Elevate You stick packs are now available.
Excited. Folks, I'm telling you, the time is here. The Elevate You greens are in stick packs, which makes it very convenient now. You can get your favorite flavor. You can travel with it. You can take it anywhere. Just put it in some water, your favorite beverage, shake it up, and go and drink it, man. It's really, really good. It's only at Walmart. Go to Walmart today. If your Walmart doesn't have it, then you go to the manager and say, when are y'all going to start carrying Elevate You? And it's in Walmart.com. Also, 3 delicious gummies are available at Walmart, in Walmart. Gonna tell you no more. If you want to help with your digestive system, you can get it through my gummies. If you need help with your immune system, you can get it with your gummies at Walmart. And if you want some extra boost to your metabolism, get your energy right, gummies. Delicious, chewable gummies. Taste like candy. Put them in your pocket. Take them around. Treat them like pumpkin seeds.
Like what?
Like pumpkin seeds. You know how you eat pumpkin seeds? Shake them down in your mouth. Go and enjoy yourself, man. But only at Walmart. I want to thank my partnership with Walmart. It's doing really, really good. Thank you all. Walmart stick packs are available now. Go to Walmart and go to Walmart.com.
Thank you, Steve. All right, coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, you know what time it is. Time to play a round of Would You Rather right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for a round of Would You Rather. Would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality, or would you rather be married to a 5 with an amazing personality?
Yeah, I'm going to take that 5. I can't deal with that.
You got 5 on it?
Yeah, that attitude over there. I ain't dealing with that. Give me that 5.
Yeah,
5 with an amazing personality. All right.
If you're a
Junior?
10, if you're a 10 with an ugly attitude, you're a 5 to me anyway. So don't give me the 5.
Oh,
that's what makes you
I
ugly.
like that.
Talk, boy.
Yeah.
That was deep, Junior.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go and take the 10. Yeah, because we're gonna get a divorce anyway. And I'm not taking no 5 because we're going to get a divorce anyway. I don't give a damn how happy you are. I see you every morning. You a 5 when you dressed up? Lord have mercy. So all this down here by these low 2s and all this here? No, I ain't finna do this here. That's a 5 when she out dressed up in public. No. That's down in them low 2s when you at the house. No, I'm not finna stay with her either. I don't give a damn how happy she is. Your ass need to be smiling. You over there looking all crazy and everything. No, give me that little fine chick with that bad attitude. I'm leaving both of them anyway, so it doesn't matter.
All right, so moving on. Would you rather have a couples massage, or would you rather have a couples workout session? Be at the gym or, be at the spa.
No, I'm
Just get in that gym. Yeah.
I'm gonna do the workout.
Why the gym?
I don't care for massages. No.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I don't. When you rubbing me, where it's going?
Where?
It's going to make you relax and feel better. It's not supposed to lead to anything.
No, that ain't how it works.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, see, I know Deshaun Watson problem. Can't be massaging my
not to go
glutes.
down there. Yeah.
Got your thumbs down at the bottom of my glutes in that crease. You can't do that. This massage going all right, but I'm gonna tell you what now.
What?
Flip over.
All right. Speaking of Deshaun Watson, let's get into a sports one. Would you rather be the star of the high school football team, or would you rather be the valedictorian?
Man, that's easy. The star of the football team.
The star.
Don't nobody even remember they valedictorian.
That's a shame.
No, they don't. Everybody knows the star of the football team.
So you rather be athletic than smart? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
I'll tell you about me.
What?
Nobody would believe I'm the valedictorian. No damn.
That's today's round. That's today's round of Would You Rather. Coming up at 49 minutes after the hour, it's our last break of the day, and we'll close out the show with the one and only Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
How Rude, Tanneritos is the Full House Rewatch podcast you've been waiting for. Each week, get together with iconic characters Stephanie Tanner and Kimmy Gibbler, also known as actresses Jodie Sweetin and Andrea Barber, as they team up to relive every episode of your favorite Friday night comfort show.
We spent our entire childhoods on a little show called Full House, playing frenemies, but becoming besties whenever the cameras weren't rolling. And now, 35 years later, it's our biggest adventure yet.
Get ready for Jodie and Andrea to tell all as they take an in-depth look back at life in and around the Tanner home from the very beginning. So if you think you know everything there is to know about Full House, how rude.
We'll be reliving every moment with you, and we'll be joined by our Full House family, including all your favorites from 192 episodes. We'll reveal the hidden treasures you may have missed within the show, and we'll take a trip down memory lane together.
Listen to How Rude Tanneritos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, Steve, here we are, our last break of the day on this Tuesday.
August 1st. Yeah.
August 1st. Back to school for a lot of people. Yeah.
Moving along here. Ooh,
I'm sure glad I ain't going.
Ain't nobody started school yet. Not yet.
Oh, no, my grandkids, August 1st. Yeah.
No, Tommy, in Texas, some people went back Friday. Yeah.
What?
You didn't know that?
Tommy, send these stupid ass kids to school. All these kids I've been seeing need to be in there year round. They need to stop having summer vacation. Some of these little ass kids elevate their dumb ass year round.
I'm ready for mine to go back.
Educators, shout out
That's
to
what,
you.
yeah. That's what a lot of parents are saying. They're ready anyway.
Oh, they eat too much. They eat way too much, man. Bringing all your friends in. Everybody, I looked up I walked through the kitchen. Why is your friends all in my oranges, my fruit? They just eating all my stuff.
Hungry.
I got a house full of teenagers every day. Come on, school. Come on, school stuff.
All right, so Steve, you know what? We have time for another story. This one's from Dominic from Facebook, and he says, my fiance and I have been engaged for just over 6 months, but I've been hearing through the grapevine that, she hasn't, she's not real excited about this wedding. She's having second thoughts. She hasn't said anything to me yet, but it's not hard to read between the lines when I overhear how her friends talk when I'm close by and how their demeanor changes. Since this started, I've also noticed her taking off her engagement ring more than once. Okay? Sometimes she take it off in the shower to clean it. And then, I don't know, it's been seen in the medicine cabinet, once in an empty pill bottle, after she left it for a week. Yep. So, 2 days ago, I moved it from where it looks like she hid it to another place, and she hasn't asked me about it yet. She hasn't asked me about it. So what should I do? What do you think I should do? Should I bring it up to her? What should I do? This is from Dominique. How long?
Dog,
yeah.
First of all, dog, why you want to marry a person that don't want to marry you?
Yeah.
Here's the other problem, son. Is she ashamed of the ring you gave her? That could be a huge part. Is she ashamed of the ring? If she is, that says something about her also. She's not understanding where you are financially right now. I think this is headed for disaster. If it's bad before you get married, it's only going to get worse after. I say call this thing off until you can get yourself in a better position and she can get herself in a better position. Cause if you're not with a woman that's excited about her wedding day, excited about planning, giddy and giggling about it and all this here, you done find, y'all only been engaged 6 months. You done found this wedding ring way too many times. Now, now let's talk about finding it in this pill bottle. Was she trying to overdose and then took as many pills as she could and then dropped the ring in there? Like, and then when they found her, it was gonna be, well, this is why I'm out. You look at the ring. Would you stay here?
Oh no! Oh no, Steve!
She said that.
Well, I'm just telling you, man. It seems like one of two things, and both of them are the same thing. She's ashamed of the ring. She ain't happy about this wedding day, and either one of them is bad news for you, son. Why are you marrying somebody that ain't excited about being married? It's doomed. All this changing the subject when I'm coming in, taking your ring off and can't find it, ain't asked about it. Man, whatever.
She don't want this, buddy.
This got doom written all over it, man.
Why is he in her pill bottle, though? Why is he all in there?
That's what you got out of that?
Yeah.
I was in the medicine cabinet, Tommy, just moving stuff around and heard it go clink, 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 clink. That ain't pills.
It's a silver thing in here.
It's a blingy thing.
I'll be damned.
Gold thing in here.
That is not Tylenol. What is that?
What is that? Wow.
Yeah, but that was good advice, Steve. Very good advice. Yeah.
Hey, this what she going through. So, girl, let me see your ring. She hold her hand out. Girl, where the ring at?
Oh, no.
It's look in the crease of my knuckles. Look. That's it. That's what he gave me. Yeah, so you got that. You know, man, you just got to understand. And so, bruh, it ain't a good time. Call this off, dog. Don't do this.
Yeah.
Don't do this, man.
So he just tells her, I found a ring in the medicine cabinet, so all these hints, it's over. He just come right out and tell her that, huh? Look, you don't want to marry me, break up.
Let's sit her down. You don't seem to be excited about this marriage, and I'm hearing all these different things. I get all these different reactions. You keep laying your ring down, you're taking it off, all this here. You don't want it, let's just wait. You know, but it looks like breakup time to me. That's what it seems like to me.
But what about the fact that she hasn't said anything to him? He's just heard this from other sources.
Well, see, that gossip and grapevine stuff, you know, y'all social media people, so they young, ain't no telling what he heard, but they live their life like that. It's like I try to forewarn people who are close to me about social media. Social media is good. Use it for your business and let it help you build your business. Don't try to build your life around that mess. Because that social media, man, they are not designed for you. It is not designed for a purpose life. You can make a little money on social media, but if you're trying to make a life on one, you're in trouble. Y'all have a good day today. Hey, listen, y'all, talk to God. He'd love to hear from you, okay? Y'all stay in peace. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
On How Rude, Tanneritos, the Full House Rewatch podcast. Join characters Stephanie Tanner and Kimmy Gibbler, also known as actresses Jodie Sweetin and Andrea Barber, as they relive every episode of your favorite Friday night comfort show.
We spent our entire childhoods on a little show called Full House, playing frenemies, but becoming besties whenever the cameras weren't rolling. And now, 35 years later, it's our biggest adventure yet.
Listen to How Rude, Tanneritos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, I'm Wilmer Valderrama, executive producer of the new podcast, De My Abuelita First. Each week, the incredible Vico Ortiz and fabulous Abuelita Liliana Montenegro will play matchmaker for a group of hopeful romantics. Right, Vico?
You know it. Listen to Date My Abuelita First, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Just do it better. Besitos.
Hey, I'm Jay Shetty, and I'm the host of On Purpose. In this week's episode, I had the honor to interview President Joe Biden in his first ever personal interview about mental health.
We have an enormous opportunity, but the thing I want to change is American attitude. We can do anything. There's nothing we've ever set our mind to we've not been able to do we've done together. For real.
Listen to On Purpose with Jay Shetty on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Craig Ferguson goes in search of joy in talks with actors, doctors, stand-ups, and scientists. Everyone. Is it love, religion, drugs, money? Where do you find it? Craig Ferguson, In Search of Joy, the celebrations, the dances, science, poetry, laughter, and music of joy. Don't miss it. Joy with Craig Ferguson. Hear it now on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm here to help.